Hello, everyone. Oh, hi, everyone. How is everyone doing? Loving the elevator music is my favorite. Let's see. Hi, Macy, Lily, JVH, Celine, Karen, Chronically Sleepy, Winterver, Amanda, Anna. How is everyone doing? I'm wearing my glasses today because I want to be comfortable to read all of this. We're reading a lot today. How are you? I'm good, but for some reason my throat hurts. I woke up this morning, I don't know why. I was completely fine. I was not like super sick or anything. And I think my voice is okay. It's just that my throat hurts. So that's where am I? I'm doing good. I'm eating breakfast. You already did a face reveal? Yes, on Friday. How is everyone doing? Did you guys see what time is it there? Here is afternoon. But I know that for some people it's very early in the morning. For other people it's like late at night. Did you sleep with a window open? That is what happened to me. Um no, I did not. But maybe it has something to do with cold air. Um yeah, so I have my water here. It's cute glasses day. It's just that today we're reading a lot. We're reading the articles written about Yoongi. So I'm just wearing my glasses today, even though I don't like them a lot. Friday I was at my little brother's wedding, so could not see the face reveal. Oh, well, you can still watch the video if you didn't see it live. Bora, sadly, I missed your last live, and when I watched it later, I swear I screamed. You look so cute. Thank you so much. Um, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's just that it's crazy that for the people who were not here on Friday, I did a face reveal on Friday just because my sister said why not. So hi, Shani Mangi. Hi, Shani. How are you doing? Bora, how are you today? Do you have a good weekend? I did have a good weekend. Um, but for some reason, like I mentioned, I am a little my throat hurts for some reason. But I don't feel sick. So hopefully it doesn't get worse. Hopefully it's nothing. Okay, so do you guys see this? Um the Min Yoongi Treatment Center. So once again, I was very certain on Friday that we were not going to get a stream um like with the others from the media, but we were going to get a Weverse stream with the balloons and everything. And then we didn't get it. We did not we did not get it. Yeah, so it was a little sad. Bora's predictions failed again. In my defense, it was not just my prediction, it was everyone's prediction. I mean, most of us thought that we're going to get a stream on Weverse on Friday, and don't tell me you were not expecting it. So I was not alone on this. I was not alone on this. Bora predictions equals 0. Excuse me. It's not just my prediction. This was everyone's prediction. And also, my predictions have come true sometimes. Okay, so not all my predictions. I had an ad. What prediction are we talking about? Just about the fact that Yoongi, we all thought that we were going to get a Yoongi stream on Weverse with the balloons and everything like we had for the other members. But yeah, we didn't. So actually, let's see this. Armies were waiting outside the high building. You probably saw the videos. I should have included the video of armies crying when they read the letter. But anyways, armies were waiting outside. And then a car left the high building. And so many people, the majority of people didn't realize that that was, many assumed it was Yoongi because he left the building. A manager or hype staff was going around showing this message to Army, which said, Yoongi, is it showing? Yes. Yoongi just left. Please go back home. And there are videos of the band leaving the high building. But armies were not paying attention to the band because they said, like, there's no way, like, Yoongi's going to do a Weverse live. To be fair, they have a whole fleet of those bands. Yes, that is true. I thought we might get a similar hobby video of Big Kid staff welcoming Yoongi. I'm very sure that the staff had a similar welcome for Yoongi. It's just that there's no video. Or if there is a video, it's just not public. 1 second. My sister's TV is super loud. Baja tu volumen. Se escucha todo. Okay. I'm just telling my sister we can't hear it. Yeah, probably you can't hear it, but I can because I have very not professional headphones, but it captures like all of the sounds. But are you feeling okay? No, I'm not. My throat hurts. But I am okay. I'm not sick. It's just that my throat hurts for some reason and I don't know why. No, it's not loud. You're bullying her. I don't care. Okay, so this was being shared by the hive staff to the armies waiting there outside the building. And then we get the letter. And let me just, when I read this, I was so surprised because I was not expecting a letter. So this is the letter. It's in Korean. And here's a translation. Oh, come on. 1 second. Why is it not? I'm upset and happy and grateful. I was so surprised because I was waiting for the Weaver stream. And then suddenly we get a letter bringing all of those things again. And it's like, no, Yoongi, like we We're not disappointed. What the hell? What is wrong? My smile turned upside down when he apologized again. Yes, it was super unexpected. I was not um hope your throat gets better soon. Thank you so much, Hannah. What is happening? My Twitter is not working. This is weird. Why is it not working? I think it's just this tweet. Why is it not working? And why is it just this tweet? Mm, I was really angry about him apologizing again. I mean, it was really frustrating. I was not expecting yet another apology, being completely honest. I'm going to open it on another. I don't know why it's not working. I need the translation. It's simply not working. I'm so sorry, guys. Was not expecting all of this. Twitter is not Twittering today. Yes, I'm going to look for another translation because lots of us were. There was a popular response to Yoongi in Korean. I think it's his way of making sure we start fresh. Yes, that's what a lot of people were saying, that maybe this is like finally the last time he mentions this. So hopefully is that. Hi, Amna. I hope he doesn't apologize in the future. There's no need. Yeah, that's what some people are saying, that um that is the reason for this letter. Okay, I found another translation just randomly. So let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the Weverse letter, and translated, it says, "Hello everyone, this is Suga. It's been nearly 2 years. How have you all been? As of today, I've officially completed my service and I'm greeting you for the first time in a while. I've been waiting for this day, but now that it's here, I found myself wondering how to even begin. Before anything else, I sincerely want to thank the fans who waited for me. I missed you so much. During these 2 years, I had time to reflect on myself. I felt the need to step away from the things I've been doing for so long. To take a breath, to look at myself from a distance, I realized that I've been running forward without stopping, and this time gave me the chance to truly pause and look within. Army, thank you for waiting, and thank you again." So to this point, I'm like, beautiful letter. He's saying hello to everyone once again, and I thought this was perfect. Um, he should have ended the letter there, in my opinion, because there's nothing else to say. He needed some time to just focus on himself, and thank you everyone for being back here, and that's it. For waiting for me, and now I'm here, and that's it. That should be the end of the letter, but it's not. He continues, "I also want to apologize for the disappointment and concern I caused last year. Hurting your hearts, those of the people who love me, was the most painful part. I'm also truly sorry to my fellow members who may have carried that way because of me. From now on, I'll do my best to repay the love you've given me. I love you all. I'll make sure to share updates more often." Now, I just don't, I can't. I really think, I read a comment that said that we can see this as a positive thing. Maybe this is the last time he is mentioning this, and we move on, because it's truly ridiculous. All of this craziness about that incident, it's just crazy, especially now knowing how other idols have done such horrible crimes, and they don't receive the same amount of rage and response as this little incident that it's just so frustrating. So hopefully, I want to see it in a positive way. Like, this is the last time he's mentioning it. It felt like a closing for me. Yes. So I'm going to also take it like that. It's like a closing chapter. Like, this is the last time he's apologizing, because he's been apologizing way too much. Like I said, other idols have done horrible, horrible crimes, and they don't apologize like this and do all of these extreme measures and letters and sorry. And it's just excessive, in my opinion, at this point. I still don't understand it, but I think it may be part of their culture to apologize even if he did not do anything wrong. What can I tell you? I mean, there are some things that are part of culture, but it's just crazy because how can you accept this practice of apologizing when you've done nothing wrong? And also, I believe in, okay, like, the apology needs to like be on the same level as the offense, I guess. There are other idols who have done way worse, way, way worse, and they are not apologizing 4 times. And like, where are their pictures? Where are their articles? Where is the rage by the media and the public? Like, where is it? Nothing he has done deserves this much negative attention or apologies given. Exactly. Exactly. No one was hurt, not even himself. No property was damaged, no person was hurt. And in my opinion, and this is just an opinion, I think this was the responsible decision, because he could have actually driven a car. That would be irresponsible. You go to drink and then you drive a car. That is the responsible thing. But he did the responsible thing because he didn't know, and like many other people didn't know, that you can get a DUI from riding a scooter. I didn't know. Many people didn't know. He himself said, and I believe him, like, he didn't know that you could get a DUI while riding a scooter. So, Stephanie, thank you so much. Hi, Bora. I think him bringing it up again shows that he hasn't forgotten and still takes accountability. He isn't downplaying the effect it had on him and everyone else. Like, and finally put it to rest for good. Yes, I'm hoping. I agree. I'm hoping that that is like the end, because it's just, and I can understand because this was a big thing for him. For some reason, the media made it like way bigger than it should have been. Um, Hi, VM Koya. Mind you, it was a scooter on the sidewalk, not just a scooter, but a scooter on the sidewalk. Yes, it was a scooter on the sidewalk. Yoongi said himself, I didn't know that we were not supposed to do that. Because it's such a specific, weird, small law that not a lot of people may know about. Um, it was an honest mistake, and it does not deserve this amount of backlash. Okay, so instead of the Weverse live, we got this Weverse letter. When I started reading this, I was like happy because it's like, oh, like finally a letter from Yoongi and saying hello to all armies. And I was happy at the beginning. And then I read the last section and I was like, oh my God, he's bringing it up again. And he's so sad that he feels the need to do this once again. But like many mentioned, hopefully this is the last time. This is the closing chapter of this entire thing. It only took all that hate because he is of BTS. If it was another artist, it would not have taken that much hate. Yes. Yes, definitely. Because I'm seeing other idols committing horrible crimes and they are not apologizing, not even one time. Yoongi is apologizing 4 times for this mistake that didn't hurt anybody, no property damage. So yeah, it's because he's of BTS. He's part of BTS. That's it. Okay. Crazy face reveal. Girl, I did the face reveal on Friday. Okay, so after that, we got actually some other updates that I felt a little happier about. So this is a picture, exclusive picture shared by, I believe this is a photographer for the Jimmy Fallon show. And he explains the context of this picture. And then he says, with this day, happy to celebrate with ARMY that all the boys are now finished with their duties on to the next chapter. So very, very interesting. Hope he grows his hair long like that. We have other pictures, very, very exciting, of newer pictures of Yoongi. And it seems like they are all like, their hair is getting pretty long. So we got this picture. And then I was so excited for this. Another update. So excited for this. So NBA Indonesia tweeted and also posted on Instagram. With pride and excitement, we welcome NBA Ambassador Suga back. The journey continues and we look forward to cheering with you at games very soon. Stay tuned for more. So it does seem like this ambassador thing for NBA is going to continue. Like it was not like a 2-year thing or 1 year. I don't remember how long it was, but it's going to continue. The journey continues and we look forward to cheering with you at games very soon. We are going to get Yoongi at NBA games once again. Confirmed by NBA. This post was not only on Twitter but also on Instagram. And it had this special video that they prepared. So it's like this is an announcement basically of we're continuing our ambassadorship with Yoongi, which is very, very exciting. I don't know anything about NBA, guys, so I'm so sorry. Like, I'm reading here like Lakers jersey for the GOAT Yoongi. I have no idea what that means. I guess that is a Lakers jersey. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I don't know anything about. Or the preseason games. When are those? When are those? Because I want to know when are we going to see Yoongi at the NBA games? They were so quick to claim him again. It took them like 1 day or something. Is he the only ambassador the NBA has had? I believe so. Yoongi said that when the NBA called him and they said that they wanted him to be an ambassador for NBA, and Yoongi said, "Why would you guys need an ambassador? Like, what would I do as an ambassador for the NBA?" But yeah, it seems like the NBA reached out to him So yeah, very exciting. The journey continues. Oh well, it says we welcome NBA ambassador Suga back. They still call him an ambassador. Then the journey continues, and we look forward to cheering with you at games very soon. Stay tuned for more. So someone said level up 3 to 4 months from now. That would make sense. 3 to 4 months from now, Yoongi can go to the games and be an ambassador for the NBA. It can be very, very fun. So we got this news after all of that, or at least I noticed this post after the Weverse letter and no Weverse live. So I felt a little better because at least Yoongi is still um, being an ambassador for things and working on some private schedule, not private schedule, just schedules. So yes, I got excited when I saw the post as well, Chrissy. And then the craziest thing happened. I was not expecting this at all. It was very, very surprising. Um, there were a lot of pictures being shared around, and all of these headlines of Yoongi donating a lot of money to, I don't remember the name, but this is one picture. Here's another one, very, very cute. And here's another one. So I saw these pictures first. And then we got all of these news. So let's read them. I have the actual article here. So these news were everywhere in South Korea. And even some news that previously lied about Yoongi's entire case from last year, they were also reporting on this. And I saw a little bit of conversation about should we click on those? Should we even read them, pay attention to them after everything that they've done to Yoongi before? And I read this. It says e-medical information is a Korean media specialized in the health sector. This media is not on the list of those who published articles against Yoongi, so don't say that let's not spread and don't support. We can do it because there is nothing wrong. So this one specifically, these news were also reported on other news sites, but this one is very important because it's from e-medical information. So this one is not part of all of that. So it's this article right here. And I found that the translation was pretty okay. So it says Severn Hospital, BTS Suga to establish Min Yoongi Treatment Center. When I read this, first I thought it was just a donation because that's what everyone is saying. Like Yoongi donated like a lot of money for patients with autism spectrum disorder. But it's not just donating the money. There's going to be a Min Yoongi Treatment Center. And that is amazing. Severance Hospital and BTS's Suga are establishing a specialized treatment center to support the treatment and social independence of patients with autism spectrum disorder. On the 23rd, Severance Hospital held a groundbreaking ceremony for the Min Yoongi Treatment Center for the treatment of children and adolescents with autism spectrum disorder on the first floor of Jejong 1. This center will support the mental health of children and adolescents through language, psychological, and behavioral therapies and will operate various programs that link clinical and research. So this ceremony, these are the pictures that we're getting. So this is the ceremony. And they had this entire thing. And it's just so, so beautiful. Lotus Bloom, thank you so much. In the book, Suga said he wants to become a licensed therapist. Maybe he's been taking classes these last 2 years. This could be part of his studies. Yes, I also included the section of the book here because Yoongi has mentioned working on things related to this for a long time. This is not like a new thing. He's been caring about this for a long, long time. He's mentioned it many times before. Even while promoting with BTS, Suga has consistently engaged in charity work and has shown a continued interest in mental health, psychological and behavioral issues, and especially depression in adolescents. He has sought ways to help through his talent and ability in music. Last November, Suga had the opportunity to communicate with Professor Chung Gun Na of the Department of Pediatrics at Severance Hospital, an authority in the field of pediatric psychiatry. Now, listen to this because this is what really shocked me. It was not just a monetary donation. It says, through several meetings since then, he learned that patients with autism disorder, spectrum disorder, require customized treatment that fits their life cycle, but that this is difficult to achieve with existing short-term therapeutic interventions. He also agreed that in order to bring about positive changes in the symptoms of autism spectrum disorder, it is necessary to establish a specialized treatment center that can provide mid to long-term treatment for more than 10 years, and so announced his intention to donate 5 billion won to Severance Hospital. This is the largest donation ever made by an artist, not only to Severance Children's Hospital, but also to the entire Yonsei Medical Center. So he went to the hospital. It seems like he started talking to this doctor or professor, and he learned that these kids need what is it? Long-term treatment for more than 10 years. So he said, I'm going to do it. That is why the amount of money is so large, because he's saying that he's going to help for the 10 years, basically. For the long-term treatment for more than 10 years. Since then, Professor Chun and Suga have discussed the establishment of a treatment center and social skills training using music for children and adolescents with autism spectrum disorder from the end of last year to the beginning of this year. Based on this, they developed the MIND program, a social skills group program that combines musical content with existing social skills training programs. So this is the specific program that Yoongi is working on. It's called MIND. M is music, I is interaction, N is network, D is diversity. So MIND. And I just find it so beautiful that it's related to music specifically. It's very, Yoongi had a huge part in this program, obviously. We can see. So inspired by him, he really went and volunteered for months. He really helped develop the music program. Like, that's so much more than a donation. Exactly. And this is because this is something that he really cares about. He's been working on this for months, and it was not public. Now it's public because there's like an entire ceremony and the pictures and the press and all of this kind of stuff. But he's been working on this for months because it's something that he really cares about. From March to June of this year, Suga spent weekends meeting with children with autism spectrum disorder and participated in the development of the program. He played instruments such as the guitar himself, guiding the children to match rhythm and harmony, interact with music, and expand their emotional expression. He even went so far as to teach the children to play instruments themselves. So yeah, Yoongi has been volunteering on this hospital for many months now. He spent weekends with them. He teach them how to play instruments, and he worked with them, interact with music. And it's just so, so sweet. Like, when I read all of this, I was just, this is amazing. As the program progressed, the children's emotional and verbal expressions increased significantly, and their social skills were trained through cooperation and waiting with other children. So here are some examples. Ogan, 10 years old. Egan, 12 years old. And even an 18-year-old playing the saxophone. This program has been shown to be effective in helping children with autism spectrum disorder with limited language ability form social relationships. Now, in the future, the Min Yoongi Treatment Center plans to further develop the MIND program and establish a self-sufficient music project model. when the construction of the Min Yoongi Treatment Center is completed in September, regular program sessions will be expanded and newly established. Various treatment sessions will be operated, starting with social skills training using music for patients with autism spectrum disorder and developmental disabilities. Existing applied behavioral analysis and speech therapy will also be expanded. In addition, clinical research, academic paper presentations, and program manual publications will be promoted to objectively prove the effectiveness of the MIND program. So there's going to be a lot of things. They're going to actually build the Min Yoongi Treatment Center, and it will be completed in September. There will be clinical research and academic paper presentations and program manual publications. Like there's so much involving this. There's so much involving this. And I think Yoongi is really, what's the word? How do you say comprometido in English? To do like this entire thing because he genuinely cares about this specific treatment. Entirely, Teresa, thank you so much. The arts are magic. I work with these kinds of children through art camps, and I've seen nonverbal children sing by the end of the camp. Magic. Yes, and I mean, they show it right here examples, like specific examples. A 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an 18-year-old having amazing, what is it? Amazing progress with this program, with this music program specifically. So yes, it is very, very amazing. And I'm sure Yoongi has seen it as well because he's been volunteering in this program for months now. And then it says, Professor Chon Gun-na said, beyond financial support, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the sincere talent donation. I've never heard of this, but it is so true. This professor is thanking Yoongi for his talent donation. He's just not donating money. He's donating his talent because he's teaching the kids how to play the instruments as well. And I thought this was so beautiful. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the sincere talent donation and volunteer work that Suga has shown over the past several months. I have been deeply impressed by Suga's consistent sincerity and intellectual attitude. He added, the ultimate goal of the Min Yoongi Treatment Center and the MIND program is to help children with autism spectrum disorder grow into independent beings and healthy members of society through the medium of music, and to eliminate prejudice against patients with autism spectrum disorder and improve awareness of the disability through this. And remember, his time is worth more than money. Yes, because he has been doing his social work service. He was not discharged yet. And his weekends, instead of, I don't know, doing other things, he decides to volunteer to this program. And remember, Namjoon donated the equipment for hearing impaired people to learn music. This was what allowed the hearing impaired group Big Ocean to debut. Yes, I do know that. There is a K-pop group called Big Ocean, and they, what's the word? They have hearing disabilities. I don't know exactly the correct term. But yeah, they mentioned that Namjoon donated the equipment, the hearing aid. And then we have a statement from Suga. So another update from Suga. I take it, I take it. Suga said, through the program preparation and volunteering work with Professor Chung Guna over the past 7 months, I have I have deeply felt that music can be a valuable channel for expressing emotions and communicating with the world. He added, I am very grateful and happy that I was able to participate in the treatment process for children with autism spectrum disorder, and I will continue to work hard so that more children can become members of our society. So, another statement by Yoongi, not the updates I was expecting, but it's still a very, very beautiful update to see that all of these months, Yoongi has been working on this. So, yeah, this is the article. This is the article that is not part of that list that we're trying to avoid. So this is what someone mentioned on one comment. This is what Yoongi said about his dreams. So on the book, on the BTS book, Yoongi said, Suga began to accept both the joy and suffering music gives and tried to reconcile the many emotions of life into music. Yoongi said, the big reason I studied psychology was that it's very helpful for my music. There's a lot to be gained from learning about the formal definitions of emotions. I have two dreams, and one is to be an all white haired man still standing on stage and playing his guitar and singing. And the other is to become a licensed psychological therapist. So I totally forgot about this. I forgot that this was part of the book Beyond the Story 10-Year Record of BTS. Baby Army, there is a BTS book? Yes, there is a BTS book. There is. I don't know if I have it here. I don't. It's very far away. Beyond the Story. Yes, it's called Beyond the Story 10-Year Record of BTS, or just Beyond the Story. So yeah, Yoongi mentioned that he has two dreams. One is related to music, and the other one is becoming a licensed psychological therapist. Bora, is the book too far away? Yes, it's too far away. So this was part of his book, of BTS's book. Here's another one. Someone asked, why do you want to get a psychology counseling license slash certificate? And Yoongi responded, if I meet people like me, there's words I want to tell them. I want to be any source of help to them. So it's not just one time, it's like more than one time, multiple times that he's mentioned this. And we know the songs that the lyrics that he's written. Yoongi's all about mental health and psychology. I think this news outlet was handpicked to write the article. The media didn't know. Once this article was published, the news spread to other news outlets. That is probably you're probably right because this article is very complete. And it's a medical journal, it seems like. And it's very, very complete. It has all the information necessary. Imagine Yoongi being your therapist, though. Right. It is the most detailed one. Yeah. Yes, it has a lot of details. This is more of a medical journal. Yes, so that would make sense. So the news were on, of course, Korean media, Korean TV. There are a lot of articles, of course, but we also have here on the TV. Look at this post. It says, I was eating lunch and the news came out and I was excited again. People who were eating together were going crazy, saying 5 billion. My shoulders went up and I shrugged. So 5 billion, I believe it's almost $4 million. I think it's $4.6 million. That's the conversion approximately. So yeah, when this was on the news, this person says people around them were saying 5 billion, this is crazy. 3.6. Yeah, 3.6 approximately. I feel like I look crazy because I'm not looking at myself. Their politicians are not going to be that willing to contribute that much. That's what some people are saying. Like, not even chaebols. Is chaebols the right word? How you say it? It's like very like rich people in South Korea. Not even them. They don't donate. They don't do this kind of donations. And as you can see here, this is the article that I did not want to um, click on because I believe they wrote bad things previously. But still, it's number one. It's number one here. Now the article about Suga is trending at number one on Naver. I'm glad that more people can hear about his good deeds. So yeah, that's the article. It's number one, and it's still like getting more views. And then I thought this was also important to share. So Paris Match did an amazing article about the Yoongi situation from last year. They explain everything, even how Korean media were lying about the entire thing that Yoongi was going through. They were exaggerating. They were going off of assumptions. And now they did this. They wrote this article, of course, in French. But it says, last BTS member to complete military service, Suga opens center for autistic children. This article is technically not just about the donation. This article is also about the letter. And in my opinion, it was pretty good. I really like this article because it really puts everything into context. Um Where is it? Here. Suga from the group BTS did not have a military service quite like the others. First, because due to a shoulder injury, he performed a 2-year civic service rather than enlisting for 18 months under the flag. Second, because during his absence, the rapper and producer of the South Korean group experienced traumatic harassment from part of the national media and social networks. And I love that they just say it the way it is. They did not hold back. They said exactly what it was. He experienced traumatic harassment from part of the national media and social networks. That is a fact. That is a fact, and I love that they did this. This was due to a ride on an electric scooter driven while he had been drinking alcohol that made headlines for months, pushing the artist to apologize several times and even to appear in front of journalists, head bowed, in front of the police station. The blame, above all, lies with a widespread disinformation campaign that saw a national television channel broadcast images of the alleged incident before these were revealed to be completely false, prompting the media to issue a discreet apology. Thank you. Because this context is necessary. Because other mediums, other newspapers were also writing articles about the Yoongi letter from Weverse that we got recently. But they were not given the context, giving the context of the traumatic harassment from part of the national media and social networks. They were not saying how exaggerated all of this entire thing was. And I like that they are mentioning that the media issued a discreet apology, because the media did apologize, just very, very poorly. And it made no... It was useless. Their apology was useless. It was a no apology apology. Yes. And this was necessary to mention. For many, this article even mentions the support from ARMY. I really like this article. It mentions everything. For many months, however, Suga was able to count on the unconditional support of armies, the name of BTS fans who across the world fought rumors and attacks. From Brazil to the United States, from Indonesia to Australia, BTS fans did everything they could do to reassure the rapper. In France, armies grouped together in a collective, organized several actions to show their support. So yeah, they mentioned all of that. And of course, they explain with detail the treatment center named after Suga and the donations. Here, 5 billion won. Well, here it says euros, and I don't know how much that is. 3.14 million euros. Is it euros? It sounds wrong. Euros. I don't know how to say that in English. There wasn't a true apology. Exactly. The media lied so much about that entire case. They showed videos that were completely false, and then they quickly deleted all of it, and they said like, "Oh, oopsie." Like, no. That's not enough. Just Google Paris match and Yoongi, the article will show up. Yes. This is the article. Last BTS member to complete military service. Suga opens center for autistic children. Paris match. And it is a very good article. I will recommend that you guys read all of it, because it's not just about the donation, it's about the entire... It's about the letter as well. And they put into context the letter. Here, a letter to the fans. They explain the letter as well. And why he's apologizing again. What about the medical one? I can put it on the description. Let me put it right now. Article. Let me put the Paris match as well, just so you guys can interact with it. Remember to stay there for some minutes. Okay, can you guys see it on the description? I really, really like this article as well. Just want to make sure that those are the right links. Yes, the first one is okay, and the second one is also okay. Okay, perfect. So let's support these articles. And even the articles that I don't want to click on, they're still trending at #1 in South Korea. So amazing. After the news of BTS Suga's donation in Min Yoongi's treatment center, Severance Hospital representatives said inquiries to join the donation from Army are pouring in through email. So they set up a direct link for local armies to donate to the treatment center. Now, this is for Korean armies. This is for K armies. And unfortunately, for international armies, we might need to wait a bit until they finish setting up an official channel to donate. So, international armies, we will have to wait to donate. Yes, you cannot donate outside of Korea yet. Yes, I believe it's going to take like a few days. This is the response. Dear Army, thank you for your inquiry regarding donations to Yonsei University Health System. The first Western style hospital in Korea, founded in 1885. Blah blah blah. Is a premier academic medical institution committed to advanced patient care, medical education, and cutting edge research. Okay. As you noted, BTS member Suga generously donated 5 billion Korean won to establish the Min Yoongi Center, a special care facility devoted to supporting individuals with autism and helping them integrate onto society. We are currently finalizing internal procedures to ensure that overseas donations designated for the Min Yoongi Center can be properly received and allocated. So they're still working on it. We cannot donate. If you're a local army, you can, but international armies, we're going to have to wait. We expect to complete this process within a few days, and we'll provide you with further details soon. Thank you for your support and interest. So yes, just some more days until they figure it out, and then we can actually donate after. I read that international armies, were donating to autism associations in their own country. That is also a good idea. That is also a good idea. But when it comes to the specific Min Yoongi Center, we are going to have to wait for some days. Maybe look to donate in your local communities. Yes, they need the money probably more. They do, but do research to make sure the goals aren't harmful. Yes, that as well. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this, and then I'm reading comments about the president and wife's scandal. Like, what are you guys talking about? Please watch out for harmful centers. They exist. Yes, yes, that's also something that is important to pay attention to. Don't donate to Autism Speaks. I thought that one was fine. What's wrong with Autism Speaks? Or am I thinking of something else? So yeah, do some research before donating to your local. They practice conversion to therapy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's do some research, and for this, we're going to have to wait some days. And we have here's the translation, the English translation of the responses from a community of mothers whose children are actually receiving speech therapy. So I thought it was important to share because other comments, usually, I'm going to be completely honest, the comments overall are very positive. The response by the Korean public is very, very positive overall. Um, but these are the comments that really matter. These are the mothers of children receiving speech therapy. So one comment says, Suga is truly amazing. Another comment says, I'm so shocked. I'm at a loss for words. Another person says, I'm going to become a fan from now on. Thank you so much. And another comment says, even wealthy chaebols haven't done something like this. I'm deeply grateful. So that's what I mentioned before. Um, how will you describe chaebols? Chaebols. Because I know what it is. It's just that I don't know how to explain what it is. A large family-owned business conglomerate. It's a family-controlled industrial conglomerate in South Korea. So people with a lot of money, but like super, super, super rich. Parents own big company. Uber rich, super wealthy. So this comment says that even wealthy chaebols haven't done something like this. Nepotism. Chaebols. I can read your comment, quiz world, because I'm very fluent in Korean. If you didn't know, not just super wealthy, second or third generation conglomerate. Here's how do you pronounce that? But I understand what you mean. It's not just about being super wealthy because you can say BTS are super wealthy, but it's different because chaebols are like family business and like super huge. People are saying Samsung, Hyundai, LG, Nepo babies, basically. So it's not just about being wealthy. All money, generational wealth. Exactly. Generational wealth. Aren't chaebols politicians? Um, I don't think so. I mean, they can be, but not necessarily. Okay, so those are the news. Let's look at the pictures more closely. So here's one picture. Oh. I also noticed these pictures are recent. So you guys see how his hair is pretty long. I think he let his hair grow. Like all the BTS members have been letting their hair grow for the past, I don't know, few weeks or even months because they don't have the buzz cut. I don't know if Yoongi had to, but he looks so young. Yes, he does. He didn't have to have it as short as the other members. That's interesting. That's good to know. Um, but yeah, he's the length of his hair. I think it's almost the same as the other members. He looks 17 here. He looks very, very young. Um, why are all the boys reverse aging? I mean, I don't know, but they all look very, very young. the rules of buzz cuts don't apply to him. Okay, so he just decided to have like short hair because we know that, remember, for the D-Day tour, not D-Day tour, Suga tour, and all of those promotions, he had like longer hair than this. He just, now he's deciding to have shorter hair, probably for his social work, or maybe because he just wanted to, because this is shorter than normal. So this is with all the doctors and people working on the project. And then, does anybody know what this is? Because I couldn't find anything. Is it just like I don't know, like a certificate or like something that says thank you? He has shorter hair when Jin was discharged. Picture. Yeah, I think so. It's a recognition plaque, like a thank you plaque. I think it's that. He looks so cute. He may have had a buzz cut for boot camp last year, I think, and it could have grown back. Yeah, that's also a possibility. Also, while we're talking about this, actually, it was not a comment, it was live. There was someone, like, I didn't know exactly, because I'm going to be completely honest, and I've said this a million times. If the BTS members do something that is personal, and this includes their military service, um like all their positions and their range, and like, I don't know, like all of that kind of stuff, sometimes I see it, it's just that I don't really pay a lot of attention to it, so sometimes I forget. And it's not like, of course I care about BTS. um my point is that I don't pay a lot of attention to the military stuff and what they do, and like all the explanations of, look, like this is like a very important position that they had during the military. I'm going to pay attention to it if the ranks, exactly. um I'm going to pay attention to those ranks and kind of things if the BTS members themselves are explaining them to me, if they care about them. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I really don't pay a lot of attention to their personal lives. And to me, their military experience is their personal lives, is their private business. Exactly. Um, and when I was live, some lives ago, some streams ago, I remember that I was corrected in the chat, and someone was like, "How can you not know this? Like, how dare you say all of this?" And it's like, why would, why do I have to know? I know all about their music, their albums, their lyrics. Like, that's the things that I pay attention to. And it's like, why do you care so much if I don't know about their military stuff? I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know about their military stuff. I know that there are some ranks and that some members did some things and other members did other things, but I don't remember. I don't care. It's private stuff. And unless the BTS members talk a lot about it, I'm so sorry. I I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Like, I'm so sorry. BTS are musicians, and that's the thing that I remember the most. Their music, their lyrics. And if they say something from their personal lives and they want to have those conversations, I'm going to listen. I'm going to be there and listen all of their experiences. But these explanations, I mean, it's okay if people want to know exactly what they did in the military and how their stations were. I still don't know how their stations were. I still don't know. People say like, yes, because the base of this member was closer to them, to the high building, than this other member. And it's like, how do you know all that? I don't know. And it's okay if you know. It's just that it's not a big of a deal if I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. It's okay if you want to know, but it's also okay that I don't want to know. Like I don't care unless, once again, unless they mention it and they are proud of it and they want to share their experiences. I don't know what they ate. I don't know what their base was, where their base was. I don't know who their friends were in the military, because people are also sharing pictures from their friends. I don't know who their friends, like I'm sorry. Like I don't care. I don't care if the BTS members someday want to explain exactly what they did in the military and their experiences and all of that. I'm going to pay attention to them. Um but not all of these explanations by people who are not BTS about the personal lives and experiences of BTS. Like I'm so sorry. I don't care. Anitra Laray, thank you so much. Saseng's info about flights getting passed around. That is crazy. I ignore all of that information because that is information from stalkers. Um, that's number one. Number two, I just don't want to spoil myself and other armies. These are supposed to be surprises. If they are surprises, if they are not, then they are private for a reason. They are private for a reason. Like things related to flights, their locations, if they go to some place or other place, we are not supposed to know that unless they mention it. But if they are hiding, if they are like, this is a stalker information. And honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care which member was doing this in the military or the other, unless they mention it. I don't care. I don't care. Especially if it's explained by people who are not BTS. I'm going to listen to BTS. And I'm sorry that I don't know every specific thing that the BTS members were supposed to do in the military. I don't know. It's private. It's private stuff. It's private stuff, and I don't want to know, because I remember there were pictures at the very beginning when Jin was first enlisted. I remember that there were pictures being shared on social media of what he was eating, because I believe in the side of the military they share the meals or something and the menus, and it's like, I guess that is harmless. It's just that I don't care. I'm not interested in what BTS is eating in the military. Like, unless they mention it, of course. If they mention it and they want to share that, sure. But yeah, that is just too much for me. I remember that too, and I was so shocked because how was it shared? Because it certainly didn't come from BTS or the company. Exactly. J Hope Hot 100 chart 40. Yes, so Killing It Girl charted at number 40 on the Hot 100. I didn't include it because I only tried to focus this on all the Yoongi updates, but there are so many updates related to to the members. We have Namjoon updates, Jimin updates, J-Hope updates. Some of them won awards. J-Hope debuted on the Hot 100. So many exciting updates. I only know what is from official BTS channels. If it's not in those spaces, I take it as not factual. It's a public website, but people should not have been signing up to it. So that's the other thing. I totally agree with you, because I saw so many people. This was back when back in 2022 when Jim first enlisted. People kept repeating, like, this is a public website. Everyone can watch it. Everyone can read from this. It's not that serious. And it's like, let's say that you are right in all of that. Let's say that the BTS members are completely fine with their pictures being shared while in the military, because these are official pictures from the website. Wait, what website? There is a website for the military, I guess, and they share pictures of the military training. And they share, I believe, the meals, and they shared pictures of the BTS members. Of course, not just of them, but with a lot of other people training and stuff like that in the military. And people said, like, this is a public website, this is no secret. And it's like, sure, you can say that, but still, it's not like BTS can say no to those pictures. They are going to, those pictures are going to be taken, and they are going to be shared on these websites. And whether BTS likes it or not, they are going to share those pictures on those websites of them and all the other soldiers. It's for family, it's for military family members to know what's going on and get updates. Yes. So it was for family. But because it's a public website, I remember that a lot of people said that it's not that big of a deal because it's a public website, and it's not like stalkers or the paparazzi were taking these pictures. And it's like, it's still not with BTS's consent. They are forced into that situation. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to look at those pictures. I don't care about all of that unless the BTS members want to share it. Um, I really don't care about their ranks and stuff like that. So, for example, when Jin and J-Hope were discharged from the military, they showed their ranks and all of that. So I pay attention to that, but not more than that. And also, I found very disgusting that the Korean media shared these pictures time and time again. I remember that back then it was only Jin. The media shared the pictures of Jin in the military, and they blurred the faces of every other soldier. Every other person had their faces blurred, but only Jin's face. You could only see Jin's face. And that is like, that's what really affected me. That's when I really said, there's no way I'm going to like accept sharing these pictures and look at these pictures and downloading these pictures. And I'm just not. Because if it's really not that big of a deal, if it's from a public website, then they should share the faces of everyone. But no, they want to share Jin's face. They want to share the picture of Jin in the military, a picture that he has no chance to say, I don't want to take a picture. So didn't the company sue that military organization? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. They can opt out. Okay, if they can opt out, then the people who were in those pictures, they decided to, okay, I'm going to be in that picture. I want to be in that picture. And the media should share those pictures too, because they didn't opt out. It's just a hypocrisy to me, because even if Jin said, sure, I want my pictures to be shared, I'm okay with that. The other soldiers did as well, but their faces get blurred. Jin's face doesn't get blurred. Why? Yeah, I don't like that. It's not hypocrisy, it's payback. They made a point of targeting BTS. I mean, yeah, it's always it's always been this way. I only like the picture that Jin himself shared. That's the most I ever interact with those pics. That is the other thing. It's like we have so many high quality pictures of the BTS members in the military with their military uniform. Why do you share the ones that are like low quality, horrible pictures that are like supposed to be for family members? The BTS members shared pictures of themselves in the military. They are on Instagram and I like them and and I share those because it's pictures being shared by the BTS members. Great song, thank you so much. Hey Bora, this is such an amazing thing that Yoongi has done, but knowing him, he doesn't want it to be a big deal or to be seen as a hero. Well, I'm sorry, Yoongi, but you are an amazing person and you are a hero, so I'm going to applaud you. Like, I don't care. I mean, no other celebrity has done something like this, so. But I understand if he doesn't want this to be like a big deal. That doesn't take out the fact that this is a big deal. This is huge. It's not just a donation. He's been volunteer for months. He has helped a lot of kids, a lot of people. And like the professor said, he's not just donating his money, he's donating his talent because he is teaching kids to play instruments, kids who need this. So it's his time, it's his talent, his money, like everything. Shout out to all the workers at that hospital that respected his privacy and never said a word. Right. I You are so right as well. I didn't think of that, but this was very, very private for a long time. Now that there was like an entire celebration for the inauguration, I guess, it's going to be out in September. Like the center is going to be completed in September, but still, they kept it a secret for this long. It's really, really amazing. Here is another picture of the meeting. I'm not bombarding Weaver's ex with messages to him about it, but I will tell everyone about him as if he was my own little bro. I mean, yeah, that's also what I'm doing. Um, my sister is not in social media at all, and for some reason, I have not seen. No, I have seen these news probably like 2 times on TikTok, but I've seen it more on Twitter. And my sister didn't know about this because she's not on Twitter, she's more on TikTok. And I told her about these news, and like you said, I was telling her as if as if he was my little brother. The more spotlight on what Yoongi did, the better because it's for the kids and awareness of what's being done. Yes, that's why I believe they also decided to share the news and talk to the press. Like Yoongi talked to the press, this professor talked to the press. It was an important thing to talk about because um they can get more donations, they can get more people talking about this. It's an important thing to share and for more people to know about. Awareness. Awareness is also important. Maybe I look at BTS's faces too often, but they don't look similar at all. The Yoongi JK twins thing popped back up again. Oh yeah, because people said that from this picture, it looks like Jungkook. I don't see it anymore. Like from this picture, I don't see it. Now, there are some pictures that are really, really similar. It looks like Yoongi is J-Hope, is Jungkook, or Jungkook is J-Hope. If you squint, mm, I still see Yoongi. The side angle looks more like Yoongi. I see Yoongi here. There are some pictures. Oh, without glasses. I see Yoongi. You know what it is? It's the shape of the head. That's Yoongi's head. Even if you hide his face, that the shape of the head is Yoongi's. Like that is not JK's head. Am I making any sense? I didn't see it at first, but when I look for JK, I can see it. It's the hair. Mm, probably. I don't know. There are some other pictures where I agree. But in this one, I'm not sure. I saw it. I saw it. It's actually if you squint your eyes. I kind of see it now. Told ya. Yeah, I see it now. Just concentrate on the eyes if you're not seeing it. Concentrate on the eyes and then squint your eyes. Thank you so much, Elisa. I'm not feeling very well today, so I don't. My throat hurts. So I was not feeling like in the mood to, what is it? Like arreglarme. Marcos, no empieces ahora. I see it if you don't look too close up. You have to pay attention to the eyes, like look where his eyes are, and then squint your eyes. It's not that you don't care, Bora. It's simply manners and respect. Sadly, people around the world have forgotten how to use them. Yes, when I say that I don't care about like the private stuff, it's more like I don't have that feeling inside of me that I'm so curious about their private lives. I'm so curious about their military stuff and what they're like. I'm genuinely not curious. Like sometimes they share things about their parents, their friends, and I don't have that thing inside of me like, oh, like who can it be? Like, oh, I need to know. I'm going to check on Instagram. Like I I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's like I don't have that curiosity. It's private stuff. It's private stuff. Like what I am curious, it's about I'm so curious about like their music stuff and even not music related. Let's say for related to this, the NBA thing. I want to know. Like that is so interesting. Like Jung is going to be at the games again. What game is he going to go to? When is he going to go to the next game? Like that kind of stuff. That's what makes me excited. But yeah, like private stuff. It's just that I don't care, like you mentioned, maybe it's the wrong words. It's just that I don't have that curiosity inside of me. It's private stuff. I'm not curious about their private stuff. To me, it's just not my problem. The only thing we should know as fans are their music. what they choose to tell us and the thing they want to post about. Yeah, so that's the other thing. They shared a lot of things about them. A lot of things about them. They share. They are very, very open. They update all the time on how they're doing, what they're doing. They share pictures. Um, they don't have to share pictures of them in the military, but they do. They share pictures with their friends in the military, and they talk about their songs and their activities. They're very, very honest with a lot of stuff. And you need more? You need more? That couldn't be me. I'm so sorry. I personally love when Jin bragged about training other people. That made my day for real. Yes, that was also, I remember when he said that. And I believe J Hope, didn't J Hope also said something about training other people? And another member said something about, who was it? Was it J Hope? Another member said that he was the oldest one. And which makes sense because most people go to the military in South Korea. They go to the military earlier. Um, and BTS has the exemption of, not the exemption, but they can go to the military 2 years after other people. A drill instructor, yes. To be honest, I think they were all the oldest in their units. Yes, even the younger members. Um, I think the majority, and once again, I think if someone knows more about this, I'm sorry that I made a mistake. I don't know a lot about this. I don't know about South Korean military unless BTS says something because like I mentioned, it's generally not my problem. Like I don't pay attention to it. So I believe most people in the Korean military, they go when they are younger so they can study after. So they go to the military, they get it done, and then they start living, like they start working and after their military service. So that's why even the younger members, they're still older than everyone else. Usually men in Korea go to military around 2023. Yeah, so that would make sense. Yeah, most guys go in college. I've heard someone who lived there for a while mention that a lot of the times guys will go to the military right after school so they can start second study or work afterwards. That would make sense with the 20 to 23 age. How do they go at 20 to 23? Aren't they in university at that age? I'm not sure when you graduate from high school in South Korea because people always get surprised, people who are from other countries, that in my country we graduate from high school at 16, maybe 17 depending on when you are born. So I graduated at 16, but yeah, I started university at 17. And people from other countries are like surprised because it's like, that's crazy. How can you go to college at 17? And he's like, that's the majority of us here. There's no real set age, to be honest. Some enroll in or before college, some after. Yes, even if it's before or after, BTS would still be older than all of them. Even Jungkook. I graduated at 16 as well. Latam staff, I guess. Yes, in I think in a lot of countries in Latin America, we graduate from high school at 16, 17. It depends on the month you're born. I also graduated at 15, 16, but never went to university, different school system here. Yeah, so it is very difficult to explain all of that because in my country, we don't have elementary, middle, and high school. So even when I say high school, it's not really high school because we don't have that. We have primary and secondary school. That's it. That is it. You will graduate it so young. I do think it's very young because choosing at 16 or technically at 15, 16, what you're going to do for the rest of your life and go to university for that at 16, 17, bad idea. You cannot know that early. Like you cannot know at that age what you're going to do for the rest of your life. How can you know that? That's why I changed my major. I started studying something else and then I started studying journalism. Okay guys, so it is time that I go. I just wanted to talk about all of these updates from Yoongi because I was waiting for the Weverse live on Friday. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And instead we got the Weverse letter. And I was so frustrated and sad at first. But then it was like, okay, like other good things are also happening related to Yoongi. So yeah, it is exciting. Also, what do you guys think about my layout? I think I'm going to change it a little bit, but I'm not sure. Do you guys like it or should I change it? And if I change it, what can I do to it? What can I put like here? So you see how here there's like a long nothing, and also the other to the other side. I don't know what to put there. There's just nothing there. You like it as it is. The layout isn't bad. Okay, if you have if you have any idea of what I can put on the sides, um, please let me know. But if I should leave it like this, maybe I should leave it like this. I don't know what else I can put there. Like the Bora thought bubble. Bora thought bubble. What is that? Where will Bora's be? She is busy right now because she is busy Mondays and Wednesdays, but she's here on Fridays. Album covers. Hmm. I can try putting some album covers. Big poster of BTS. I mean, I included BTS over here. Just keep it minimal, I think. Yeah, probably I would keep it. Yes, you don't want it to be too visually busy. So I should probably leave it like this. Maybe you could put the topic of discussion on the sides. That is a good idea. I can maybe add that. Okay, so no cluttering. Can you make the bubble bigger and have both you and your sister in it on Fridays? I will have a camera specifically for my sister, so don't worry about that. But about the bubbles being bigger, I'm still a little not used to being on camera. So maybe with time, I will put my camera bigger. But for now, I am comfortable with the camera being this size. I cannot be. I still don't know how to act on camera. So make your Veracity magazine watermark more visible. Maybe like a stronger outline. Okay, so I will see you guys on Wednesday, hopefully with um a fun presentation on Wednesday. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on Wednesday, same time, and on Friday with my sister. Thank you, everyone.